the Mass, we're going to have two men taking the oath against modernism. So they start their path towards being a knight of Our Lady. As I said before, I encourage this practice to be a knight for Our Lady, because that would bring us many graces in many different ways. As people need priests, no, for their spiritual life, of course, we also need men who really seriously their duties in society, and like they do in the Knights. You know, they want to bring back our Lord Jesus Christ as the center of our society. And so not only they dress up so that particular way with a sword, but they do also other things. And it's not just about dressing up. And it's important because by their work of prayer, and then hopefully in action too, they bring back or help to bring back our Lord Jesus Christ as the center of our life, not our spiritual life exclusively, but also our life in society. We were just walking. No, we don't know. We were not walking. We were driving up here, and we passed through down below. I don't know what's the name of that, where are all the murals and stuff down below the cathedral, and they were marching for Palestine, the communists probably, because the banners. And Daniel said, certainly they're not marching for the Sacred Heart. Well, we wish they were, no? We do agree about Palestine, of course. That's not issue. But we wish they were marching for the Sacred Heart. So this is what probably good knights would do. They would march for the Sacred Heart and the kingship of Christ. And we need it in our society. If you follow the news and you watched the representative of Ireland at the Eurovision contest, I didn't know that. Someone sent me a message today. You seen that? From Cork. So I said he. I should have said they. Sorry, because they are. I don't remember now. The one that is neither male or female.
Androgynous?
Androgynous? No. But anyway, that kind, they are that kind. And look at the pictures, and that thing is practicing witchcraft. Representative of Ireland. Can you imagine the level we're in? So we really need men to take their position in society and use the swords, get rid of some people. You know that I'm coming back from Asia. Yeah, Asia. I was in Malaysia, no? And it's a Muslim country, but not too strict. You know, not too strict. I'm still allowed to go around. So we went to a Muslim restaurant. As you know, I love Asian cuisine. So we went to a Muslim on a Friday. I tried to tell the other priests, there were like 10 priests together, 12, I don't know, we were all sitting at the same table. And I said, look, I know it's a Friday, but we're kind of far away from our house, we can eat meat. But nobody dared to, so I had to eat fish. Anyway, got fish, but that was they had TVs, and their prayers were going on TV. There was their preacher that was preaching to them in their language, so I couldn't understand the word, but clearly it was free. And then slowly they were bringing down, you know, the when you close your shop, you bring down, I don't know what's the name of that thing. What? The shutters. Yeah, they were bringing them down. We were inside, and they took down, there were two of them, and took down one, and I thought, It might be because of this. Like, imagine like there were 12 priests sitting at a table of a Muslim restaurant. So I thought maybe it's because it's hot, because it was like 30 degrees. So one was down, and the other one slowly was going down. And I kept looking around, and I thought, no, but there's people there. There's that kind of people, no? So they're not going to do anything, no? Then they brought it down completely. We're locked in. So I said, that's it now. There you are. Goodbye. In fact, they were liberal Muslims and they didn't want to show that they were working on a Friday. So we had bacon after that. So that's the experience in Asia. But it was good because there were many priests there, and especially 3 priests from Australia who left the Novus Ordo to work in tradition. And one was excluded by his bishop because he refused to sign a declaration about the Novus Ordo Mass. He said, I couldn't in conscience sign that the Novus Ordo Mass is the expression of the Roman Rite, the unique expression of the Roman Rite. He said, I couldn't sign in conscience. So he left. Said he had a parish of about 850 people. Said maybe with me there will be 250 coming. So pray for that priest too, that he may continue his own way. So that's the situation. It was nevertheless interesting down in Asia. But while I was in Asia, something happened in Rome of, again, great interest for us, because on Thursday, the Archbishop of Canterbury, that is the kind of Church of England, was invited to celebrate their Mass, in a basilica in Rome called, entitled to Saint Bartholomew. So it is very nice. It's been in Rome. It's a nice place. It's on an island, the river, and there's a hospital there, and in front of the hospital there's this basilica with Saint Bartholomew bathed up, so he's buried inside there, and they say Mass, Catholic Mass, hopefully. Anyway, it was supposed to be said there. But they invited the Church of England, Archbishop and several others, to celebrate their worship. That we know for certain is invalid, because the Pope declared it infallibly, Pope Leo XIII, that their orders are invalid. So it was like a play that they had in that church, with the invitation of a cardinal that is in charge of the unity amongst Christians. So they were allowed to do that in the Church of Saint Bartholomew. So that is a scandalous event, no? Because certainly the Archbishop of Canterbury and his wife were present. He's no bishop at all, he's no priest at all. He's as priest as you are, because he's baptized, hopefully validly, in their sect. Because if he's not even baptized validly, he's a pagan level of Muslim, because he's not Catholic. So whoever is not Catholic is an unbeliever. Those who are not baptized are pagans. This is the way we call normally these different levels. Anyway, an unbeliever celebrated Mass upon the body, the remains of a saint that died for Christ, for the Catholic Church, for the Catholic faith. That is a fact. It's a fact. So it is a sacrilege, it's blasphemy. He was invited to do that by the Church itself. Last year we were complaining because they said, if you remember, I don't know, you don't have to remember the sermons, of course. You can just go on YouTube. And we were complaining because some of them, this Church of England bishops, celebrated Mass in St. John the Lateran. But then those in charge of the St. John the Lateran said, oh, we didn't know who they were. Otherwise we wouldn't ever. But this time they knew perfectly. I mean, this is the Archbishop of Canterbury. He's on TV everywhere. Everyone knows him. They knew perfectly. There's no excuse. After that, they went to see the Pope, the Archbishop and his wife. They went to see the Pope, and with the Pope, probably, or in St. Peter's, they sang their evensong. That is not even Vespers that we used to sing in our own religion. No, it's evensong. They changed Vesper into their own worship, of course. So that's the level. That's the situation. But if I went and said, can I say Mass here? Really? You want to say Mass? The Latin Mass? Forbidden. Forbidden. I'll try to go to Rome, maybe if I manage to organize a pilgrimage for me after Easter. I'll try. Normally I don't like to go and bother these people, but maybe for the sake of the argument, go and say, can I say Mass then? The Archbishop of Canterbury did. Can I? They would say no. I bet they would say no. So that's the state of the Church. The two go together. No? The civil society and religion, they go together. The better is religion, the better is also the civil society. But religion now is so low. The Catholic hierarchy have left, really. All beliefs, they care about nothing. Or maybe they care about something that is not Catholic at all. And so society goes with it, and we find this individual representing Ireland, the Eurovision. What do we need to do? Persevere. Couldn't be clearer than it is now. It couldn't be. The choice for tradition couldn't be more just than it is now. Maybe 20, 30 years ago, well, I would have agreed, maybe some people could have thought, you're going too far. You're doing too much. It's not so bad. But now it is. Now it is. If someone just opens his own eyes and says, and looks at the situation of the Church, cannot reach any other conclusion than tradition. Because the Novus Ordo is already given up the faith, starting from the first commandment. It says there's no other God, there's only one God. As you know, the commandments. They've given up that. And now they worship as many gods as you can imagine. But the only people who are not allowed to worship is us, those who say that there's only one God. Think about it. For as long as you accept the idea that can be many ways to get to heaven, many ways of worshipping God, and many gods, for as long as you accept that, you can do whatever you want. But as soon as you say there's only one God and He wants to be worshipped this way, you are excluded. So it is on us to continue and persevere in the fight. The reward is there, prepared. Don't worry, our Lord is not forgetful. He has prepared it. It doesn't matter how long we've been fighting for tradition, for the faith, how long we've been running or working in the vineyard. Look at the gospel, look at the epistle. It doesn't matter for how long we've been doing this. Some of us might have been doing this for years and years and years. Some others just since last Sunday. I don't know. It doesn't matter. What matters is that we reach the end. At the end of our life, we have fought for the faith. and for the rights of God. This is what the knights are doing. This is what traditional priests are doing. And this is what traditional people should be doing. Fight for the rights of God. God needs people to fight for Him. Are we ready for that or not? It's very simple. If He wanted, He could take care of everything like this. But He doesn't want, because He wants to give us the opportunity to participate in His war. That is what He wants. Remember when Jesus was tempted and He said, my Father could send the angels and so on and so forth. Remember all that. Of course that could happen any time. But God doesn't want to do it that way. He wants to see in us the goodwill, the strength, the courage to fight for Him. Otherwise, what's the point in rewarding us if we're not willing to do anything and just wait for Him to do all the job? So my friends, don't worry about the way the world goes. Don't worry about the way the church goes. But worry about the way you go. And take seriously your faith and fight for the rights of God. Bring back God in society, and that will bring order in society. Bring back God into your churches, and that will be the end of this crisis. Is it not sad to see that God and the faith have left Rome and went into so many other places like this? Or as I told the Malaysian people down there, I said, God left Rome and look where He's gone, in Malaysia. That doesn't mean that you should go to Malaysia too. Huh? Don't worry. You can stay here. I don't want to force you to eat that food. And as you know, there's something really lacking in Asia. They really miss something. And it is chocolate cake. They have no sweets. Can you imagine a meal with no sweets? It's no meal at all. So don't worry, you don't have to go down there to Malaysia or India or those parts of the world. You can fight your battle here, and there's a lot to do. But persevere. Don't give up. Don't give up. Circumstances will be difficult. There will be ups and downs. It doesn't matter. Just keep going. Keep going, keep going. Because the one you're fighting for is ready there, waiting for you at the end, with a price. And that reward is not comparable to any of the efforts that you would have made. It's far beyond any expectation. That reward is happiness forever. That's Himself, giving Himself to you. So be strong and fight. Watch the Eurovision. Don't. What a scandal. What a scandal. I'll be happy because you have the faith of your ancestors. That should make you proud. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.